everybody, welcome back to Chain Reactions. I had TVXQ Rebel recommended to me by the algorithm. I had it saved as like a random thing to check out, but then I made a post a little while ago. Kristen, Nicole, and I believe maybe one other person have mentioned separately that I should check out this group and this song, so I took that as a sign, so we're gonna do it. Got subtitles? We do. I thought they were a new group from them being recommended. I understand now that they are not a new group. They're a group that's been around for a little while, so let's see what they got.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Like a Christmas.
Like a king, 갈망의 power of the game. 확신 내 길을 걷는 난 다를 뿐. 붉게 물드는 원동, 힘은 내 안에 줬어. 넌 네 permission 믿는 대로 가려 해. 힘나기만을 위해 세상이 온 건 아닐 테니.
Change up, okay.
내가 믿는 대로 go. Can you feel it? Tell me if you're with it. 벽을 깨고 on and on and on. Bring the energy, breathing the energy. 이 걸음은 never stop, take it up, 끝까지. Bring the energy, breathing the energy. 멈추지 않는 이 rising vibration.
That's dope. Nice chain. Hey. Ooh, nice chain. Hey.
머물지 않고 싶어 외로이 혼자라도 날 지배할 수 없어 앞으로 갈 테니 Can you feel it?
Hey, okay.
You with it? 벽을 깨고 on and on and on Bringing the energy Breathing the energy
Oh, I like
이
that.
걸음은 never stop Take it up 끝까지 흔들리지 않는 원의 선 그 앞에서 세계는 부서져 다시 고개를 드는 사랑감에 중독된 멈추지 않는 dreams 빛나는 두 눈은 take me higher
That's so. Hey. Okay.
Bringing the energy Breathing the energy 이 걸음은 never stop Take it up 끝까지 맞아 I'm on trouble Break the rules like a rebel 입혀지지 않는 quicker 빛이 거칠어 거꾸로 Wow 더 원하잖아 Don't you want it I'm on trouble Break the
Yeah, he just slapped his heel.
빛나기만을 위해 세상에 온 건 아닐 테니 게임의 규칙을 깨 내가 믿는 대로 go Can you feel it? Tell me if you will
Okay, background.
벽을 깨고 on and on and on Bringing the energy
Ooh. Ooh, that fell short. Well, not really. I'm just greedy. That was really dope. That was really cool. You would not think, I understand that they've been around for a while, so it's not that they're actually experimenting, but that had an experimental feel. And so I don't know if that's what they always do, that's what they're known for, but I'm reading into the name Rebel, some of the lyrics about walking with conviction, breaking the rules like a rebel. This did have a little bit of a punk aesthetic, definitely experimental kind of video and sound. There was a lot of clashing, and I don't mean clashing in a negative way, I mean clashing in a very intentional way, like what you see sometimes with fashion. Sometimes you have patterns and colors that don't typically go together. You can do the same thing with sounds to make something new, to make something different, and I think they definitely did that. Again, I don't know if that's what they always do, but you've got the glass, right? Shattering a glass, barrier, the glass ceiling. There's a lot of references to breaking glass as like an invisible thing stopping you. That could definitely be a reference to. And then what they also did that I thought was really cool is matching almost jarring kind of images that they flip through to go with the beat. That's something that you used to see a while ago in some of those like punk or alternative sort of music videos. So it's not something I'm used to seeing in K-pop, which is really cool to see them do that. Obviously, I like the chains, but they do a couple of poses where I think it's the gentleman on the right who will strike a pose, and then they'll have a bunch of images that are a similar pose, but obviously it's like a painting or something like that. It's like different kinds of images. That's very cool. And then they have this kind of anti-drop, and the verses have this kind of upbeat, familiar sort of melody and cadence, and then you have the anti-drop that's very low and slow and bringing the energy, and it doesn't really flow, but that's the point. So again, reading into Rebel, and if that's what they're known for, or even if it's not, that's what they're doing here, and I think that's really cool. And I like that move right there. It's like a cascading sort of choreography, like a chain reaction to go with that do-do-do-do-do-do. They do it a couple of times. Right there. Very cool. The images kind of flashing at you. Pose on the mountain of bodies. That right there, the images. Very cool. This dude's got a lot of swagger. Hey. I should start wearing a chain across my torso. I like that chain a lot. Hey. Yes. And then this doesn't sound like that at all, but it works. They're very intense too. The way they look at the camera, they look like they're mad at it. I like that. Also, very cool. I like that shaking with the beat. And then it's almost like we get like a performance video where they're in casual clothes. I don't know, surface of some other planet. I don't know where we are. Hit me with them SM vocals a little bit, and then gets into a dance break. Hey. More images that kind of just go with the beat, clashing, rams hitting their heads. Hey. Smooth as shit. This was also dope, the way they have them get up. It's probably reverse, but, you know. Hey. Smooth. Yeah, I like that move right there, and then he slaps his heel in a minute. Oh. Hey. There you go. It's also really cool to see that with a duo, which is not something I've seen a lot of, you can have synchronized movements that with a soloist, they either do them with backup dancers or they can't do them at all. And with groups, you could do synchronized movements, but you can't have it at a small scale the way that you can with a duo. This way you can have two people very prominent as opposed to being scaled back and seeing 5 or 7 or whatever it might be. You can kind of have that middle ground of synchronized balance, but also highlighting just the individuals in a little bit of a special way. So I think that's pretty dope. I understand that they weren't always a duo, so people can fill me on the backstory there, but they seem to have made it work pretty well. Hey. And what's cool is the verses in between the choruses, not the kind of stuff I would usually gravitate towards. The dancing and the chorus, 100%. Love that. Very, very cool. Like I said, it's amazing to be, maybe it's because they're so experienced, maybe it's because they've been around for a while that they know how to experiment in a way that they can kind of own, or maybe they're just not worried about experimenting because they've paid their dues and everybody knows them. Either way, very impressed, very cool. Let me know if this is their typical sound or if this is actually a departure for them and they're just doing something new, which is super cool to do. See here, 9th album. That's a lot. Let me know what else I should check out from them. Let me know if there's a message beyond what I'm reading into, which is rebel. They talk about breaking rules like a rebel. They talk about that's not why I'm here to follow rules, that kind of like idea. And then the experimental sounds and images, very intense, some punk aesthetics, some sci-fi, almost not really cyberpunk, but like that kind of idea of like a gritty science fiction sort of look and feel, together with that classic SM entertainment, smooth choreography, nice vocals, handsome individuals, you know, whatever. Just the stuff you take for granted at this point, honestly. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you'd want to see from them. Let me know what else you'd want to see me react to generally. And until next time, stay fresh.